Hi everyone, my name is Christopher and welcome back to the Boldly Grow Homestead. Recently I was tagged by Natalie at Hey It's a Good Life on YouTube, and it was part of a collaboration called What Would I Do If I Could Just Snap My Fingers? What would I change on the homestead? What would I change about my circumstance? And I thought about it for a bit, and there was a number of things that I thought would be good answers, but I really think there is one above all that stands out. But you need to stick around to hear what it is. Let's go. So as we venture into this discussion about what I would do if I could snap my fingers, it'd probably help if you knew a little bit more about me first. Ever since I was little, about I think age of 3 or 4, I wanted to become a paleontologist, study dinosaurs, fossils, prehistoric life. And I made it my mission. I went on fossil digs. When I was 8 or 9 years old, my dad drove me to Western New York, out near Buffalo, to dig for fossils. I, read all the books I could, watched all the documentaries. It was, I lived and breathed prehistoric life. And in high school, I participated in a science research program where I worked with a local researcher in New York to learn more about geology and paleontology. I went to my undergrad at the State University of New York in Oneonta. I got my bachelor's degree in geology as well as anthropology. While there, I traveled to Peru, Iceland, various parts of the United States, and then I went to grad school. I did my master's at the University of Cincinnati, and as part of that experience, I went to Estonia, Germany, Poland, Sweden, Denmark, Lithuania, probably more, but that's what's coming to mind. And then I started my PhD. I stayed at the same institution, University of Cincinnati. I got a Fulbright research grant. I spent a year in Canada studying the geology around Ottawa, related to the work I was doing in the Cincinnati area. Got to travel to the Bahamas, some various parts of Canada, travel to Belgium, and so on. As part of that journey, I've published papers in international journals. I've published research on dinosaur tracks, hitting some of those check marks in my life's goals. But there is one thing I haven't quite reached, and that's what I think if I could snap my fingers, I would do. Not only because it's something I've wanted to do since I was 3 or 4, but it's also what's probably holding me back the most in my career, as well as developing a official homestead for myself. And that is, despite best efforts, I still haven't completed my PhD. I spent my 4 years at Cincinnati. I'm now my 5th year in on my PhD, and I'm at the writing stage. I've done the research. I have the knowledge. It's just a matter of putting it pen to paper, well, fingers to keyboard, and getting that final document that I can present. Here's what I've done. Can I be a PhD now? Can I be a doctor? And for whatever reason, that seems to be the most difficult part of this journey so far. So if I could snap my fingers, I think having my PhD finished and being able to say, yes, I'm a doctor, would be my choice. Now, of course, I could come up with other answers, and it would be nice for it to be spring so I could start planting, or I'd like to just skip ahead and have my homestead property. But I really think the best answer is that I have my PhD done, because that's not only been my lifelong goal, but it would felicitate everything else that I want to do in the future. So I think that's what I have to go with. A little side note before I wrap up this little discussion is one of my goals, and it was something I developed while I was on my Fulbright, is I really want to start a program that I've called Fossil Forward. It has an Instagram and a Twitter page, but it's still kind of light on the activity. But the goal is I want to be able to put fossils, rocks, minerals, and so on in the hands of young kids who are interested in the topic, as well as teachers and parents who are wanting to encourage or educate on those topics. And so I figured I'd toss that out here now. I have a couple packages that I'm working on that I'm going to send out to a couple of y'all that I know have young kids. But if you're someone who's seeing this and is interested, send me a message. I can't make any promises. It depends on money as well as what specimens I have. But I'd love to be able to, share that with other people. And I know a lot of you, especially in the homesteading community, have a bunch of young ones, and a lot of you homeschool. So it'd be nice to be able to provide you with some specimens you can use to help teach your young ones or inspire them with what the future possibility is. So I've already tagged him in one collaboration video recently, but I know he's got a lot of interesting projects going on, and I'm sure there's quite a few of them that he'd like to just snap his fingers and make go away or be completed. So I'd like to tag Morgan over at Goldstar Farm in this challenge and see what he would do if he could just snap his fingers. And if there's others out there who want to join in this challenge, of course, by all means, don't wait for one of us to tag you in it. It's very easy to lose track of who's already been tagged in these things. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, share with friends, and as always, don't forget to boldly grow. Why don't you stick around and figure it out? Or, well...